Today I'm making chuck Wagyu Ragù. Big beef flavour, melt in your mouth texture and a sauce that gets better the longer it cooks. It's simple, patient cooking that turns a humble cut into something truly special. I hope you're all well. I'm Shane. Welcome back to It's Cooking Good. Take a look at this piece of Wagyu chuck. Absolutely wonderful marbling. Look at that. Both sides. Truly marvellous British Wagyu. Thank you to F. Conisbee and Son Butchers here in East Horsley in Surrey for the lovely meat. Guys, please try and support your local butchers and farmers where you can. Right, so with our meat, I've got the pan, by the way, on a high heat, so it's just coming up to temperature. And what I want to do is just season this with some salt. So both sides, flip her over. Same again. And again on the leading edges there as well. That's it. Stay up. Perfect. Straight into your hot pan. We don't need any oil in here because the fat is going to start to render down in here and release plenty of fat for us. And listen to that sizzle. Give it a good push down, and we just want to seal this now on all sides. Okay, let's flip this over. Oh wow, look at that. Beautiful. Nice crust on it, exactly what we're looking for. And same again now on that side. Okay, so that's at about 2 minutes now per side. I just want to upend it if I can. That's it, and just seal again all the edges as well. Okay, so that's sealed nicely now. I'm just going to remove it from the pan, put it onto a warm plate. We can set that aside for the moment. What we now want to add is our soffritto mix. So finely diced carrot, celery and onion. And we just want to saute this down now until everything is nicely softened. Once everything's softened down nicely, going in with 2 sprigs of rosemary, stalks and all, and then 2 cloves, large cloves of garlic, which I've just finely diced. And guys, if you don't want to make your own soffritto mix, you can't be bothered to chop up the onions, carrots and celery, you can buy it ready-made from the supermarkets. They do it either frozen or fresh. It is a little bit more expensive, but it's definitely a lot more convenient. Anyway, let's cook this down now for another minute just to let all those flavours get to know each other in there. Next, we're going to go in with some tomato puree. Good tablespoon there. And just cook that out for another minute. 200 millilitres of red wine, whatever wine you drink. And we want to deglaze that pan. Bring that up to the simmer and want to just evaporate some of that alcohol. So our red wine is reduced down nicely. Next in with 400 grams of tinned tomatoes, so 1 tin of tomatoes. And my Muti brand were back in stock, happy days. Stir that through, and then to that I'm adding 500 millilitres of beef stock, and that is one of those beef stock pots I've used there. We now want to just bring that back up to a simmer. So that's now simmering away nicely. I want to add in some cracked black pepper and just a touch of salt. I don't want too much. Obviously we salted the meat, but as this reduces, it is going to intensify in flavour and it will naturally taste saltier. So let's get our beef, let's get it back in to the pot. This is the time now you need to preheat your oven to 160C fan. I'm just going to leave that in there for about 2 to 3 minutes and then flip it over. Okay, let's flip that over now. I just like to get it sort of covered in that sauce just so it's all nice and moist, because this isn't going to sit completely submerged in all of that sauce. It's nestling sort of halfway up there. Put a lid on it. And this is now going to go into the oven. Now obviously chuck is a shoulder cut, so it needs low and slow. Basically we want all of those collagens and connective tissues to break down into a lovely rich gelatin. So this is now going to go into that oven for between 2 to 4 hours. And I know that sounds a little bit woolly, but it really does depend on each cut of meat, the heat of your oven, etc., etc. What I'm looking for is that meat to be fall apart. So we'll see how we go. I will be checking on it periodically, and obviously I'll update you as to exactly how long it takes. So this cooked bang on 3 hours, and it is tender as you like. Let's get the lid off. Oh, this looks amazing. Let's just get rid of that. I've got to carefully get this out, this beef, because it is just going to fall apart. Now, what I would say is if you do want to save time on the cooking, you could always cut the beef up into chunks before you put it in the pot, or obviously if you're buying it from the supermarket, you could buy chunks of chuck anyway. But with this Wagyu, it just looked too good to chop it up before I put it in the pan. I couldn't do it, so I wanted to cook it whole. So there's our beef. Let's just get rid of our string here. Get rid of that. And one more piece there. There we go. And then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to use a couple of forks to shred this up. And this, hopefully you can see that. Look at that. Just shreds off. And that's what I mean. The meat will tell you on its own when this is done. That is exactly what we are looking for. Nice and easily shredded. And I'll discard any of the fat. That's it. All done now. What a great yield of meat there. Let's get it back into our pot. And look at that lovely depth of colour in that sauce. Wow. And I've removed all these stalks from the rosemary. So get all of our meat back in. Oh, make sure it's all in there. And then just give it all a good stir in just to combine it and make sure all of that meat is nicely coated. Now, if you want to at this stage and you want to thin it down a little bit, you can do so. We like ours quite thick and rich. This is stick to the ribs type stuff for sure. That is it. Lovely. Get all of that in there. Ho ho. Right. I can't wait any longer. I've waited 3 odd hours. Let's give this a try. Got myself a fork here. Dying to try this beef. I'm going to get a big chunk of it as well. Some of that sauce on there. Wow. That is unbelievable. That meat, I go as far as to say it's some of the best meat I've ever had. It literally is just fading away as soon as it hits my mouth. I'm just left with that lovely flavour. I could actually just swallow it without chewing. It is that soft. I know it's Wagyu. I know it seems a little bit extravagant, but actually it's not that much more expensive than your standard beef. And wow, the difference is like night and day. That is absolutely, oh, I can't stop eating it. Delicious. Now, we're going to have that tonight with pappardelle pasta and some nice Parmesan cheese over the top. But this is great to load up jacket potatoes, and one of my guilty pleasures is a hoagie roll. Get some of that, spoon it into a hoagie roll, bit of melted cheese, and I like some chili peppers in there as well, some pickled chili peppers. Oh, it is to die for. And this is a fantastic dish if you want to batch cook, because you can cook this up and then portion it up and chuck it in the freezer and take it out as and when you need it. Guys, that's it from me for today. I really do appreciate you watching. If you're new to the channel and you like the content, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Please also like, share and comment. It really does help the channel, and I love to hear from you. Is there something you'd like to see me cook? Please do let me know. I'll put all of the details of today's Wagyu Ragù down below in the description as always. And all that's left for me to say is until next time, it's cooking good.